My bad. I had it muted. There we go, Reed. Again, we're 10:05, a little bit after the 10 o'clock hour here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is 48 degrees, high of 50. It is raining right now. Y'all know how these people drive out here, so I need y'all to be careful out in these streets if you're listening to me while you're driving. I want to welcome you to... Wait. I don't think y'all heard me. I want to welcome y'all to...
Have a bite to eat with me, Dwight Scrap Reynolds. Let's go.
Columbus, Ohio in the building. Upper Scale God, New Jersey. Yeah, Money Mitch. What up, Mitch? Met Money Mitch on the Cortez Funny Show. It's cool to have everybody here. Make sure you guys are sharing the live. I'll get things started. I need 10 shares, y'all. I got 60 people. I need 10 shares. What up, George Truly? I need 10 shares. Come on, man. I'm going to get started too, y'all, because last night was epic, and everybody knows it. But leading up to last night, you know what? I kind of felt like it was going to be a crazy dope. I felt like it was going to be a crazy dope week. You know what I'm saying? I knew the weekend was going to be lit just based off of how we ended the week. For those of you who are new here, we've been doing a series talking about getting what you want. And I know everybody on this live wants to get what they want. I know everyone in this live wants to be able to, and wants to feel like if they ask for something, that they should be able to get it, that they should be able to obtain it. But a lot of times you don't know the structure of what it takes to get what you want. Plus, you don't have the wherewithal to know how to position yourself. So last week, you know, it got funny, it got fun, it got interesting, it got deep. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about some of the things that need to happen for you to do that. And just as a little recap, you guys can, if you want to do it, and we put that in there. So Upper Scale God said through Jesus Christ and faith, and I said, you know, through speaking life into it and manifesting it, and yes, actually praying and then asking for it. But there's so many other things that go into that because we're not smart enough to know exactly what we ask for. You know what I'm saying? And we went through all that. Upper Scale God, make sure you go and you watch the past episodes. So there are two really pivotal episodes to watch of Bite to Eat podcast that are on YouTube right now. If you go to www. What's up, fam? I see Letitia's in the building. I see Ron is in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all join. I see the whole gang's over on YouTube and Facebook. When you get a chance to look at the past episodes, Upper Scale God, I think you'll appreciate the information and the conversation. It's really deep. What up, Key Capri? But we talked about failing fast. We talked about asking for what you want and speaking what you want into existence. That was part of the second day of the conversation, but there are two episodes dedicated to it right now that I think will be beneficial to anyone who has missed seeing them, and will help you as we talk about it a little bit more. But this is the weekend recap, so we're not going to get too deep into that, but we are going to talk about it. We had an opportunity to chop it up and laugh in the Bite to Eat podcast for getting what you want on Thursday. Now, Thursday was hilarious because we, you know, typically people think that we just get into one aspect of our conversation, but because you guys' feedback, which is imperative in this conversation, when you guys communicate, man, I listen, I read your comments, and then we engage a little bit more because some of you aren't on stage to have an in-person conversation similar to what went down last night. And just as an overall recap, for those of you who missed it, we had the amazing Tiffany Haddish on live with us last night. And my homeboy RL stopped by too to sing her a happy birthday, as it was her birthday last night. It was super, super dope. You know what I mean? Tiffany hung out for a long time, and I'll see if there's a way for us for me to let you guys see that video. I know that on TikTok you're able to download past episodes or whatnot. So I got a lot of downloading to do. If you can think, I've been on here for 3 months, and I've been on just about every single day for 3 months. So there's a lot of content that has to be downloaded. Matter of fact, I keep telling myself I'm either going to repurpose one of my hard drives, or I'm going to just go out and buy a new hard drive to populate all that information. So if you were here last night, put a thumbs up. Let me see you put a thumbs up if you were here last night, if you were able to come in and kick it with us last night. We had an amazing conversation with my homegirl, and I think you guys, got a chance to really enjoy. I think you guys like that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys really like, when people who have amassed a lot of success and are interesting and bring a lot of value to the culture. If you guys like stuff like that, then I'll make it I'll make an extreme effort to kind of bring those kind of people to the table. Like I'll actually make an effort to get those people on the show because I think it's cool. I think it's cool when we have ginormous personalities on the stage. What up, Kay? To join us. I think it's important that we, you hear those perspectives because, like I said last night, yeah, it was super spontaneous. I jumped on and we were already talking. This was my second time on last night. The first time was early when I was making the drink. No, Usher didn't hit back, and I think he's out of the country as well on vacation, but I'm not really sure. I know the messages went through, and then he'll end up hitting me back like when he gets in town, or whatnot. But we had a conversation last night. Yo, I appreciate you, LA. LA just bought a super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that. So listen, let's do the work. Hit the like, share the lives. Make sure you guys are following on YouTube as well as every other platform. I want to see that grow. We did really well last night, by the way. I know at one point I was talking about the YouTube subscriber point, and it was like at 270 something. Now we're over. It was 29.7, and now we're at. Is that right? 29.70. Yeah. Now we're at 28.70. Now we're at 29, like 15 or 16. So we're doing really well. Yeah. That's exactly what it is, Scale Guy. So she always joins. I don't see her on often at the same time. Like last night was a complete anomaly, and I never get on Sundays twice. So just so y'all know, that was meant to happen. I was bigger than all of us, and it was amazing when it did happen. I jumped on earlier in the day and discussed the process of making your apple cider vinegar. How many people have had or are drinking their apple cider vinegar? Anybody in the room? I know I saw a couple of y'all saying that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up, Teresa. Teresa said she fell asleep last night, but it was great seeing Tiffany. So how many of you guys got your apple cider vinegar? Anybody? Okay, we love patches. Yep. Scale Guy says he does that. They do that daily. Scale Guy or girl? Just so I don't want to mess up your pronoun. Tamara drink it. You make it yourself, Money Mitch. You missed it, Lola. Oh man, Pearl left hers at home. Oh man, Sunny got to make hers. Belladonna, you got yours? Nope. Had mine last night, but haven't drank it this morning. All right, get on it, dude. Okay, that's what's up. I had mine. Okay. So listen. On Sundays typically is when I make a batch of it. Like I made 5 days worth. Red Baby be up early having hers at 5:30. So what it is it's 8 ounces of water is what you mostly see here. It's 8 ounces of water, and it's for your gut health, Tina. It's going to flatten out your stomach. It's going to help get rid of those love handles and that fupa. It's going to give you help with your blood pressure. It's going to help with diabetes and avoidance of it and those kind of things. It's super duper beneficial. But it's 8 ounces of water, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 4 to 5 ounces of a freshly squeezed lemon, and then optional for most is honey, 2 teaspoons of honey. And I use the 2 teaspoons of honey. It helps if you guys have allergies. It's going to help because you're going to use local raw honey to help you beat some of the pollen and things that happen with you in your area. So it's got to be local raw honey to get the highest benefit. Or although if you don't have allergies, you can get honey and it'll just help benefit your immunity, but it'll also help with the taste. And that's a huge part for me because you have to be consistent with this drink. Drinking this regular it cleans out them intestines. She's so crazy, KB. It absolutely helps gets those intestines. So here's the thing. So when I explain that to y'all, Bella, it will, yes, you funny. Rye for show said will help with my farts. Yes, and they won't stink as much. What up, Clicko? So what it does is it's going to clean out your intestines. Your intestines are the reason why your stomach, outside of fat, is the reason why your stomach sticks out the way it does. What up, Mike? Your intestines are big. So if your poop comes out the size of a remote controller, if it comes out huge, I don't have anything else around me to display that. But if it comes out huge, it's because you're compacted and you have a lot going on inside your stomach. And it's going to flatten out your stomach, and it's got so many benefits and so many properties. I know, Teresa, that's hilarious, right? So many properties, health benefits, that you're going to be thankful that you did it. And it's not a diet. Yep, it has to be done consistently. It's a lifestyle change. So on Sundays, I typically get on at night and have that conversation. But I don't know what happened yesterday. I got on early, and I decided to make it earlier in the day. And I thought that was going to be the only time I was going to get on. I actually did say, hey, I might pop on a little bit later. And so I did, and popping on later, that's what's up. Yep, that's exactly right, Letitia. Letitia said, I'm sorry, I drank mine at 6 a.m. so I can brush my teeth afterwards. And that's what I tell y'all. The first thing you do, like, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I'm going to drink this, then I'm going to go brush my teeth. And that way, breath is fresh. Don't have to worry about anything. I know some people would tell you to sip it through a straw. You don't have to, because the acidity level is not that high. But the benefits are ridiculous. And yesterday, Pearl Conley said, good side, since June, lost 60 pounds as of today. That's incredible. And I want to give her a round of applause for that, because that is that's huge. No, Carol. So, Carol, it doesn't dry you out. It doesn't dry you out, Carol. So what happens is I'm going to drink this down, and actually, it's 8 ounces of water, so it's not going to dry you out. What does happen is you're going to go to the bathroom and do your number 2, and when you go to do your number 2, of course, most people do the number 1 as well, and that's when you're able to eat. So it doesn't dry you out. You don't just stop there. You drink it, have your bowel movement, eat. Eat something healthy, eat something like a smoothie, yogurt, oatmeal, something that's going to be, that's also going to promote, something high in fiber. It could be fruit, but eat something that's going to take it easy on your stomach, and it's going to promote the second bowel movement, which will come a little bit later. Let me post the ingredients. I'll post them on the screen on TikTok. And let me see, I should be able to post it on YouTube as well. Let me see. Am I on that one? Because I have different profiles that'll help us see it. And I don't think this is the profile that will show it. Let me go to scenes. No, this is not the profile that's going to show the recipe on YouTube. But it's if you're on my TikTok, you see it right there. It says 8 ounces of water, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 freshly squeezed lemon, which should come out to about 4 to 5 ounces, and then add raw local honey to taste. Because that's really the reason, that's the main reason for the honey. But, there's some other things. So I love that Scale got to tell you, it will beautify your skin with the correct water intake. Your skin will get a nice glow. I hope y'all like my skin. I hope y'all can kind of see that there. But yeah, it's so many benefits that, you know what I'm saying, like hair with your hair and a lot of different things that I know that a lot of women especially are concerned about. Men not so much, because we be bugging, we be rough exterior and all that kind of stuff. We don't do a lot of self-care like we should. What up, DJ Dub? We don't do a lot of self-care the way that we should. So Money Mitch, I've got an alkaline drip in my house. Like, one of my faucets is an alkaline faucet. So I just use that. But you can use I would use anything except distilled water. I would not use dead water. So, you know what I'm saying? And for quite some time, Tina, people usually ask, like, how long you been doing it? I've been doing it for a while. At least 4, maybe 5 years. It's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? No, Carol, she said, doesn't a probiotic do the same thing? No, that just promotes a digestive movement because of the liquid in this and the acidity of the apple cider vinegar and the lemon. It does a whole lot other, a lot of different things with the vitamin C that's in the lemons, with the acidity that's going down in your body. It just creates a atmosphere of, killing off things and burning off things, and the synergy between the apple cider vinegar in your body is ridiculous. Do not drink I always have to leave this disclaimer out there. Do not drink apple cider vinegar by itself. What up, So Purple? Do not drink apple cider vinegar as a shot. If you're doing it or know somebody who does, it's the equivalent to lighting your finger on fire and then taking water and dousing it out. That's the equivalent when you guys drink apple cider vinegar straight. It's going to compromise your your body. So think about that. When you drink it straight, it hits your teeth first, which is acid, so it's gonna burn that. If it goes down your throat, it's gonna burn that, and if it hits the bottom, it's gonna burn that. Yes, dead water and water has memory. If people don't know where you get it from, it matters a lot. Glad you said it, skill guy. It's like I see the difference in my skin and flattening on my stomach. That's what's up. Add molasses to the apple cider vinegar. You can use that instead of honey, but I don't know the benefits of molasses like I know the benefits of honeys. Yeah, I've been doing it, Tina. I don't get sick a lot. I'm not sick hard if I do. My skin looks great. My bowels, you know what I mean? Yeah, somebody called in on Instagram. Let me get off Instagram and get back on real quick. There's so many benefits. I don't have crazy doctor's appointments. Like, he's not screaming at me or, you know what I'm saying I'm, what are you doing? And that's another thing. A lot of people that have been drinking it, when they go to the doctor is like, yo, what are you doing now? Like, what has changed? Because, your body, I'm not having to talk to you about certain things. Your weight is managed differently. Your skin looks different. Your blood work is coming back different. You know what I'm saying? I do use alkaline water with it, Carol, but I also work out. Now, I'm saying this to y'all so y'all understand that you have to be mobile and move around and whatnot, because your body, it's a lot of alkalinity in the body is cool, but you got to manage it, right? Too much of anything is you know what I'm saying, is not popping. So you got to do things to offset that. And that's one of the greatest things about exercising to me is when you exercise, you put all that stuff to work and it uses what it needs and it gets rid of what it doesn't. So the balance that your body needs is balanced by your workout. I would tell you, start doing some cardio if you don't already do cardio. Add it to your training, to your workout. It's going to benefit you exponentially because it's the equalizer. Like running and getting that, when your heart rate is up, guess what? All the processes in your body speed up as well. So, for instance, I tell people when you get under the weather, when you get sick, if it's not something that prevents you from being mobile, go run, especially for anything dealing with your respiratory system. I just drink it once a day. First thing in the morning, like right now, I'm gonna drink it and it's gonna help me throughout the whole day as far as the way my body goes. Yes, that's the true, baby. Water alkalines, the lemon helps alkaline the water. That's why when I go to restaurants, I ask for a couple slices of lemon as well. And I just keep my body, alkaline, but I also use that. So I'm a pretty active person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty active person when I'm at the gym. Upper scale guy says meditation, man, become one with your cells and your cells, people. Yes, in 30 minutes of cardio. If y'all don't know, you can tell your 7.5 trillion cells what needs to be done. If you get in complete harmony with your body, you can tell every cell in your body what needs to happen. I'm debating on that, Angie. Angie asked me, I'm going to start drinking it 3 times a day. I'll probably do it next week so I can prepare for it. But so you guys understand, I want to see exactly how, what the effects are to drink it 3 times in a day. Now, what that means is this. That means that I'm going to have what's the equivalent to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar throughout the day, which is the most that you're ever supposed to consume in one day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to graduate up to that because it would be a shock to my body to go to 3 times, which is before every meal. You know what I'm saying? It would be before every meal. So now what I'll do, and good suggestion, Angie. What I'll do is I'll drink it first thing in the morning and I'll drink it last thing at night, and we'll see how that works out. But the recipe, I'm gonna show you guys the recipe one more time. I saw Carol needed to see the recipe. While I'm showing Cheryl the recipe, make sure y'all are hitting the share button and the like button like crazy. The recipe is up here, Cheryl. You see it? 8 ounces. You guys can screenshot it. Normally, I usually take a picture and I smile when I do it. Unfortunately, my people on Instagram don't get an opportunity to see it. You trying to get cut of like the guys? No, really, man. I just want to be healthy, honestly, and to continue being healthy. Like that's one of been the greatest benefits for me. Is just to be able to not get sick. I wasn't afraid when COVID came out and all those kind of things. That didn't bother me because I knew I was good. You know what I mean? What up, Don Centrals? He says it was great seeing you and Tiffany on last night. live speaking on the hyperbaric chamber. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that too. I think I want to dive into last night, but we're doing like a recap. What up, sweet? And I think it was a great treat, man. The thing I like most about last night is that my champions were in the building, and it was a highlight reel for my champions, because those that have been faithful and showed up and been on this live pretty often, it's always dope for them to get surprises and to be to have some experiences that they can, you know what I'm saying, they could be like, yo, it was live. I was on my favorite podcast last night, and Tiffany Haddish came through, and she was cool and she was chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? That's important. You know what I mean? That's important for the experience that we all share here on this live. So apple cider vinegar is usually my conversation on Sundays. And leading up to that, we talked about, getting what you want. I believe we're going to start continue with that series tomorrow, because tonight is the recap. And Saturday was super chill. Upper scale guy said I had COVID 4 times and I ate like a pack of Skittles. Stay away from the shot, people. Absolutely. Yeah, she was kicking it with us. Get them colonics in the new year. KB said, and it's true, you all should have a colonic at least once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany Haddish was great, said So Purple. Yep. Queen, oh my God, tried it this morning, went walking, and that was it. Thank God I wasn't far from home. Queen, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, Queen. Queen, that's what it is. That's what her body said when she went walking. Queen said she had drank her apple cider vinegar and went for a walk, and her body started talking to her. She was walking faster, talking about, yo, please stop. And her booty was like, hold up. I can't even front. That is funny. And then she got to the house and was like, blah, damn. And that's what it be like. Like, I'm trying to help y'all understand it. Listen, it truly works. Your body will thank you for it. And imagine the consistency you have with that. Now, listen, treat your body nice. Don't go eat all crazy after the fact. Once y'all start seeing results, that's when you just maintain, you know what I mean? So yeah, you want to schedule a colonic every at least once a year anyway, because this is going to do a lot of the work, right? But the heavy lifting, it happens during that colonic, is almost like a reset, you know what I'm saying, to make sure everything goes down. Just Peachy said, I take ACV, apple cider vinegar pills. Can I take them along with drinking this? No, I wouldn't. And I would swap out the ACV, the apple cider vinegar pills, and just use the liquid. I mean, think about that the pill form is going to work slower than the liquid form. That's just how our bodies work, the way we consume. You know what I mean? And that's it, Sonny. A lot of people do reach their goal and they fall back. And the reason being is because you haven't set a goal after your goal. Getting what you want will require that. Let me see what this says. I feel so much better. My stomach is flatter. Yep, since I've been taking it. Exactly, Coco. And now use that. You know what I mean? What's up, Tashina? So this is what I said to you guys before when we talked about getting what you want. A lot of times people do revert back into old habits because they haven't introduced something to take place, something positive, after they reach their goal. You know what I mean? That's right, Scale God. They hit their results and then they say, oh, I'm finally here. Now I can revert back to these bad habits. That's not how you get what you want. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all, everyone on this live right now, you can get what you want. And it's easy for everyone on this live to get what you want. Let me tell you what the real challenge is. Keeping what you got. Maintaining what you have. That's the real challenge. That's the conversation they don't tell you. People will say to you, yeah, man, you got to run hard and da-da-da-da so you can achieve your goal. And then you achieve it, and then that's it. It's almost like when you climb that rope up in gym class to hit the bell at the top, and you hit the bell, and then you're not unable to do it over and over. What up, Desi? She said, I used to regularly get a colon cleanse. It did make me feel clean. I mean, it does. Like, it's not comfortable. Men, I can tell you right now, it's a little... Let me tell you, a colon cleanse for men is just a little different. I'm just sorry. I mean, mentally it's different. I'm sorry. That's why I say, for men, you get it once. I know. Anyway, I don't want, I know that, listen, I'll tell you this. The woman who would do my colonics would say to me, we're in Atlanta and she sees more guys coming there and more often. because we're in Atlanta. Just take that for what you want. Take that for what you want. Okay. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm saying something. All right. Y'all go with that. So I'm like, yo, I can't listen. As a man, it's just an uncomfortable thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm, to be laying there and being so vulnerable, if that's the word. What up, Walter White? I've been running trying to lose weight. What is this here? Yeah, this is gonna help. Running helps, you know what I'm saying? But listen, that colonic is like a reset for most people. The colonic is a reset for most people. And what it does is it does the hard work. Now your intestines, are naturally just gonna want to hold things. Yeah, KB, let me write that down too. KB, set and go after. Yep. The colonic I know, Clicko, you saying it's a hard pass, but bro, I'm telling you, you got to go once a year at a minimum because it's going to clear out things that you can't clear out completely for yourself. Reed said, laugh my, the colons checked in yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, she kind of put him on blast. She's like, yeah, these dudes, it's certain dudes that come get colonics almost once a month. I'd be like, what? And it's because they enjoy the experience. We're in Atlanta. So anyway, I don't think psychologically, I don't believe I could go get a colonic often. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. The thought of it right now, you know what I'm saying, just weirds me out. You know what I mean? Oh man, can you imagine that? Like, wouldn't you walk different? Like, wouldn't your posture be different? I just feel like your posture and everything will be different, and it never gets comfortable. Like, getting a colonic never gets comfortable. The immediate response when the lady starts prepping you for this colonic. And thanks, Teresa. I see you bought a subscription. Shout out to Teresa. Oh, let me give her some love. Go ahead, Teresa. Teresa copped her a subscription today. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Listen, for men in there, the first time I was like, yeah, I couldn't. I was like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yo, please stop.
That's all I was thinking. So I know, man, any man is going to be like, yeah, like, just please cut it out. You know what I'm saying? And she was, it was painful. You lay down on that bed, you're like,
man down, 11:30, pip in distress.
That's how I felt, yo. And they don't put you to sleep like I heard on the colonoscopy or whatever. They put you to sleep. You know what I mean? You be
knock the fuck out, man.
And so you don't really you don't really know about your violation or whatever. But you get back there. So they so resetting on TikTok right now. TikTok.
You keep standing up in here talking about
TikTok did something, so we gotta get back on it. Resume my live, yeah. TikTok. I don't know what's going on with TikTok, man. TikTok is restarting me. This is the second day now that I've experienced TikTok shutting me down and bringing me back on. But we're not gonna get into that. When you go to get that colonic, all you can think is,
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
And you just tell them, take good care of me, please. Please just take good care of me. Woo. But listen, when it comes to getting what you want, yeah, Teresa back. I love the SCHP on there, Teresa. It looks beautiful on you. I love the badge. It looks amazing on you. But getting what you want, Desi says I just made her spit out her coffee. I'm just saying, you hear, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You're making big pharma and helping people. Yeah. So, are you back east? The electric problem. Maybe is that what it is? That's what I'm in Atlanta, so maybe that's what it is. KB said they don't enjoy it. They just not afraid of something being in there, so nothing stops them. Maybe that is the case. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm fearful. I'm a heterosexual male here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm not the minority, but we close to it. So, oh man. But listen, so when it comes to, I'm so sorry, y'all. So that's where my head be at. So when it comes to getting what you want, it's important. that you understand that no one tells you to set a goal after your goal. Everyone always says, go reach your goal. And what you'll find is a lot of athletes do have goals after their goals. Like, so one of the things that your goal is, right, when you're an athlete, you're in high school, your goal is to get a scholarship so you can go to college. Then your goal is to perform well in college so you can be looked at to be, to go to the NBA. And then once you enter into the NBA, your goal is to achieve, extreme success there. And one of the coolest things that I saw this week, if you guys have HBO, watch the documentary that Shaq put out. Like, I'm a fan of Shaq at times, like it ebbs and flows, but he has an amazing documentary talking about his story, about, the mindset it took for him to be a success, what it felt like as he achieved on the way, and the people that inspired him along the way, and how there was, one of the things that I think is a challenge right now for parents is getting their kids to understand the importance of, really chasing their dreams and what that looks like, and that you just don't become an overnight success, that you have to put in work to do it, that you have to really set up some things to get what you want. One of the best movies I saw that reflect that is King Richard. Hopefully you all saw the King Richard movie. It's the story of Serena and Venus. It's awesome. Like, there's so many lessons in there, man. And the fact that the father had a plan early on in their lives, was huge to me. But we have to continue having, if we're going to create successful people, then we have to start making them learn and understand what success looks like early in their life. You know what I mean? Got to plan to, if you fail to plan, if you fail to plan, then plan to fail. There it is. I got something. Okay. Give me a second. Let me give y'all some music. Somebody said I got a check to do, and I appreciate that. Let's get to some music. And I thank you for that. So listen, when I have those little moments, those breaks that I have to take every now and again, like for instance, I told you guys the cleaners are here at the house, so I may have to tend to them for a brief moment. When those things happen, this is what I need y'all to do. I need to come back and see the shares going crazy. I need to come back and see the likes have gone up exponentially, and those kind of things. Now, if you want to do anything other than that, if you guys are in the giving spirit, you want a cash app, you want to buy gifts, you want to buy badges and all those kind of things, that'd be awesome. Bro, Shaq, okay, but they showed their hand when they ain't support Kai. True story. That's why I told you it ebbs and flows. When it comes to the conversation about Shaq, I tell you it ebbs and flows because, some people should just be quiet in those instances. And we talked about that too at Scale Guide. I don't want to go back into that. Not today. What up, Jaron? I don't want to go back into that, but we talked about it. That's what's up. So maintaining what you have and teaching these kids early, and that's one of the things I think we lack as a community of people, is that we don't speak to the kids early enough to get them ahead of the game. He was always, to have that kind of foresight is amazing. The King Richard movie, to have that kind of foresight is imperative. LA said Deion Sanders wrong for getting top recruits to come to HBCUs, and then he dips out. I think that's another conversation, and I don't know if he's completely wrong, right? Y'all do understand that the day that they won the championship, people robbed him. They robbed him in his office. Like, they went in his office and robbed him, LA. They took all his stuff that was in his office, from his phone to his jewelry to a whole bunch of other stuff. And this is before any conversation came out about him leaving the university. But he did. I can't admonish Deion if we're going to talk about it. I can't admonish him because I think he did what he was supposed to do. He came and brought awareness to that there's talent at these HBCUs. One man can't be told. Listen, in that 3 years that he was there, other athletes, other professionals should have stepped up and started going to other HBCUs and it should have been like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect one man to bear the cross of all men when there are other men who are capable to help carry the load. I think that him leaving was necessary. And it's an exploitation of people to say, hey, you saw what he did, who's going to be next? And he took a pay cut in order to do it. Listen, I don't know how we can admonish him for his what he did, because he took a pay cut. And then he what up, Sassy? And then, he's getting paid, what, 5 times what he's getting, more than 50 times what he got paid before. $300,000 to $5 million? Come on, man. What you just said about us not preparing the children prior to them graduating is a big problem. Absolutely. Yeah, I would have left the same day too, Clicko. That's all I'm saying is, like, let's look at the big picture here, right? I can't admonish Deion Sanders because he did something no one else did. Even in the 3 years he was there, I didn't see another professional athlete go to one of these HBCUs. Most of them go back to their Big Ten schools. They go to their Big Ten schools and they help those coaches and they assist them and they send their kids to those places, when in fact they should be the ones sending their kids to these HBCUs to bring the level of talent up and make it more visible. But in 3 years, he gave people 3 years of his life and they didn't do it. You know what I mean? And he accomplished way more than anybody else did in the last 10 years. So I can't admonish him for that. I think it was necessary for him to make that transition. And now what is going to be even more exciting is to see how he manages on this next level, next stage. Because guess what? Y'all do know, if y'all think he's going to stay at Colorado long, if he has the kind of success at Colorado that he had at the HBCU at Jackson State, guess what's happening? He's going to be an NFL coach. Y'all got to look at the big picture. Y'all got to look at how these things are groomed. He's going to be an NFL coach. What we don't have is a lot of NFL coaches. And if he maneuvers it right, maybe possibly that he gets put in a position to be one of those minority owners. But there's a succession that has to happen. I hope y'all understand. Like, there's a way this game is played, and he did it the hardcore way. He went to a school that no one expected success from. If y'all want to talk about the real David and Goliath type of scenario, he went somewhere that was not expected to have talent to be crazy. Yeah, that's his whole goal, and I can appreciate that. Yeah, it is. So yes and no. LaRon said it's not about the bread. Yes and no, right? One of the things that I love about Claude Anderson's book, Tiffany and I talked about this last night. Claude Anderson's and I's conversation was about powernomics, about bringing economics into the black community. But check it out. I didn't know that. Johnson Crew said he said he would not coach in the NFL. I understand that people say that now, but when those opportunities come up and he's at such a position where he has leverage, that might change. Yeah. So I don't want to speak on his intentions. I can only speak on what it looks like for us to see these things and hope that these are the things that he's doing, and the reason why he's doing. But we talked about a book called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. Every last person on this live should have this book called Powernomics. I don't get a kickback. I don't get a cut from it. What I do get is delighted knowing that we all know the same information. If the blueprint for success in life was in a book, this has that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Robert Blackman says, thanks for having Tiffany on last night. She's amazing. Absolutely. Yep, Dr. Claude Anderson. If there's a manual I think everyone should have, it's that manual. He showed people you can go to HBCU and still have success. That's right, Reed. So make sure y'all get that so we can have some conversations. Yep, Powernomics, one whole word, Red Baby. It's available everywhere. I've got Powernomics and The Truth About, what is the other one? He's got 2 books, Dirty Tricks. What is it? Something about the dirty tricks. How about our nomics stop being so separate and we have the power to have our own structure, own banks? Scale God, you're in the right place, because this is what my conversations have been about a lot. Reed said, reading that and the 4 agreements as we speak. That's what's up. I love to hear that, Reed. And I know you, Reed, you're an intelligent dude, man. And you're a leader. So I get excited to know that you're educating yourself so that you can lead more effectively. Black labor, white wealth. Yep. And then it's another one. But we talk about that scale guide on a regular basis. The goal this Black History Month is for everyone leading up to it to start spending with Black designers, entrepreneurs, farmers, and establishing relationships with them, so that during the month of February, that we make it truly historical by how we spend our money during Black History Month. Not just Black people, but everybody spend with the Black community the way that the Black community has reached out to every single other group of people and spent a ridiculous amount of money. Like, we are the number one consumers, and the dollar lasts the least amount of time in our community. It lasts 6 hours in our community, 17 days in the white community, 19 days in the Jewish community, and 29 days in the Asian community. So imagine, Asian communities are able to have their own schools because they can afford to do it. They can have their own banks because they can afford to do it. They can have their own, they can start building more infrastructure for their community because they can afford to do it. Once we have the resources pooled into our community, there's nothing that you can't do. You can buy the land to make the schools to teach the things that need to be taught, from economics to history, real true history, to ethics, to all the different things that are going to really help our kids survive out here in this world that you don't learn until you're 19, till you're 20, till you're outside of the house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we never get the opportunity to grow our money in the hood. It's not there long enough. That's exactly what I'm saying, Clicko. And so one of the goals is for for Black History Month to be something that leverages that. And here's the other part. The minute that we're able to leverage it, the conversation becomes different in who creates the laws. These are things that Dr. Claude Anderson explicitly says in his books, is that we got to get in the position where we can buy some politicians. We don't own any politicians right now. These politicians are in it for the money. And if they're in the money, no, it's not. It hasn't so far, Latanya, but thank you. She said, it's going to get you booted. It hasn't so far, you know what I'm saying? So knock on wood, we're going to keep maintaining the conversation. But once we are able to have leverage, then we can sit down at the table and we could buy us a couple politicians who are going to amend some of these constitutional things that are completely wrong. They can adjust some of these biases at these judges' tables so that our family, friends, and brothers and sisters are not victimized by the disparity in sentencing, because that's a thing. Two different people a Black person and any other race can do the same thing, but the Black person is going to get admonished. She's going to get a slap on the more than a slap on the wrist. And those are the reasons why we need to be able to buy these politicians and buy these judges and all those people who make those decisions, because we know money talks. So many things I wish I knew before, prior to full adulthood. Our kids now are better off knowledge-wise. Yes and no. True, Mama. I think they have more access to it, but because they're not led correctly or guided, they have no idea what to do with these resources. Most of the kids, you're right, they have a phone or a tablet. They have access to the whole world of information, but what they don't do is use it effectively on a regular basis. KB says, I love that. We should definitely start pumping the Black business more. Yep. Find at least one to promote a day in February. That's where we should be at. Yeah, man, watch out, because the big J's are listening. They don't want them shutting you down in sport. I know, man. I know, but what I do also know is nothing happens without sacrifice. And I've been having this conversation a lot with people, because I know I love you guys, and I can feel and I hear the way you guys love and embrace my conversation and what I'm talking about. But I have to put it out there, because this is the story. When I be thinking about stuff like this, I think about what Tupac said. I may not get there, but I may be the voice that sparks it for somebody else that's really going to take it there. And that's how we all have to be. Now, imagine if we had 1,000 Tupacs sharing their conversation, their story, and saying, listen, man, this is what needs to happen. Imagine if we had 1,000 Martin Luther Kings or 1,000 Malcolm X's. You know what I'm saying? That part. They have parents that had to learn it and know it, pass the knowledge down to them. Now, that part is true, Mama. Definitely have to have people that are cultivating the conversation inside the house, because if y'all think about school, man, it's super duper crazy. Gonzalez says, I agree, nothing happens without sacrifice. Latanya says, Telegram is a great backup for this family to stay connected. True. Can't be afraid because they wasn't. And that's what I think about Scales. Like, yo, you can't be fearful of change. You got to embrace it and hopefully ignite the mind and the heart and soul of other people. Like it's a real conversation when it talks about bravery and sacrifice. Everybody wants change, but nobody wants to sacrifice for it. Everybody wants to get to the other side, but not understand that you got to work for it and you got to give up something. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I have this health and wellness conversation with y'all, health is such a big deal because you want your best at the front lines. Bodacious says we must unlearn and relearn. Absolutely. This system is built on keeping people ignorant to the truth. You're absolutely right. To the truth. Let me emphasize that. Absolutely. And right, we have people who went before us and gave the ultimate sacrifice, and that's kind of why things work. LA said, what's Trump's purpose for wanting to abolish the USA Constitution? Do y'all understand? That's an advocate. I know y'all hate Trump, but Trump wants to abolish the Constitution. Do y'all understand how powerful that is and why what that means to us? Is because we're not included in it. Like, do y'all understand? I know y'all think that man is some kind of weird and crazy, but y'all do remember for a majority of his life he was Democrat, and then he chose to become Republican, and he said why prior to doing it. He said the only way I'm gonna win presidency is if I become a Republican because they're stupid. And now he's always dropping these different things, and LA just posted it. He said Trump, stated he wants to change the Constitution. That's Bodacious is dropping a one-liner on you right now. She said, when people comprehend and know that you don't ask for power, you take it. You don't ask for what you want. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am a person who does what he wants and then apologizes later. And usually I don't have to apologize because you can see the big picture. You can see where my head is at, and that is what I'm doing. I'm doing for the benefit of others and myself too. I don't keep myself out of it. Y'all can see the play later. I don't have time to explain the play all the time, but if you rock with me, then you get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what he does. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Reed said you are giving solutions, and that's everything. So when y'all see me look to the side, I'm looking at my YouTube comments, and I'm looking at Instagram comments, and then my TikTok comments as well, and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. Excuse me. And so if y'all don't understand and respect that, like, y'all got to be able to identify allies. That's one of the challenges I have, is that some people don't recognize allies when they're there. Like, allies can't give the whole game away. They can just nudge you in the way they need you to think and go. And from there, they're hoping that there's a competent group of people who are receiving the information. It's like Morse code. It needs to happen. You got to pay attention to it. You got to be able to access the information and dissect it. And that is one of the things that we all know has happened over the years. And so we don't. Black parents now know the importance of planting real seeds and nurturing them. But it needs to be more effective, right? We've gotten away from some of the core things that need to happen to make things really, really happen. You know what I'm saying? Ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's right. Trump is not the bad guy people think he is. I said that. Dems done worked out emotions on. Yep. I said that though. I was like, yo, y'all are tripping. If y'all not paying attention. And this is the thing that Dick Gregory's talking about when he says, when you get the magic on you, you're going to see things that other people can't see, and they're going to admonish you for seeing what you're seeing if you say something about it. Do y'all understand? That means that if you have the information and you say something and you communicate it out loud, people going to look at you like you crazy because they don't have that same level of understanding. It's that part that is the hardest part for a person who has the magic or who has that. That's the biggest challenge, is to continue. I think that one of the things I can be thankful for is the way that our community embraces things. Yep, money rules. True story. Cherry, money rules, and that's why we're trying to make sure we can couple all these black dollars together, and the support in continuing forward. KB said, I've seen Democrat politicians switch to the Republican ticket just so they could win. Yep, the Republicans blindly stick together. Yep. Scale guy said, yay, crazy hell switched on us as soon as he back with Kim, and Trump don't care about black people. So I can't agree with you. I cannot agree with you on that whole thing. How his hair go. That's funny. Because that's a myriad of things that are happening. Dave Chappelle said it best. He's like, whenever Kanye goes on these rants, you gotta You got to understand that there is something else happening. Like, think of it as a chess game. And if I got you looking over here at this pawn piece that's wilding out, going way outside of the scope of what we've designed it, then you got to know that it's because I'm planning to do something else on the other side of it. So we have to be, the success in getting what you want also means that you have to be aware. Your alertness to the different things that are going on are important. What up, Miss Kitchen? Miss Kitchen, I didn't recognize you without your badge. I'm stupid. Listen, getting what you want requires understanding the processes of doing that. And there's no one way to do it, but once you find a way that works, then you have to maintain that. You have to pick the truth bits of what Kanye says and leave the trash. That's right. He ain't 100% crazy. And that's the part that I keep saying. That's the part about, we talked about it last night when we talked about the Hebrews to Negroes movie. It was easy to say that so people can understand that the conversation that the Jewish community had that they were upset about was the fact that there was maybe one untruth. Maybe there was one challenging statement, and that was about the Holocaust. That one statement they used to wipe the whole conversation out of there. They like they say something that's just not true about the Holocaust. Well, what about the rest of it? If you're gonna rest your laurels on the fact that he admonishes the Holocaust and says that the numbers are off, then what about the rest of it? Can you speak to the rest of it? What about the blacks being Hebrews and Jews? Can you speak to that? Oh, you don't want to talk about any of the documentary now because of that part. Really? That's what we doing? That's how you got to look at Kanye. Kanye is going to drop some of the knowledge that is not supposed to be leaked out. Because when he started talking about, the sacrifices and all that kind of stuff, I was like, oh man, he really giving up that secret game that they don't want people talking about. And they can't, and he's protected in the fact that he's doing it. And if somebody does something to him while he's having this conversation, this is what y'all fail to realize. When they talk about Kanye West, that's what they can do. But if they do something to Kanye West, it's because he would have told the truth. Do y'all understand? He will have told the truth. And that's why he said they can't really do nothing to me. He understands, like, you martyr him and then you make his beliefs solid, valid. Yep. Bodacious said, research the jewels dropped. Indeed. Like, people are going to disseminate information to you. You got to learn how to break that stuff down and then go and do your research. If y'all not digging in the crates, it's hard for y'all to stand in the fold when these people try to make these things happen. But that's another key to success. If y'all want success in life, then you got to do the work. It's not just going to drop on you. Man, we've been slaying more than any rate. Sure enough. And they can't. I said scale guy. I actually said this so people could understand, and this is no knock against anybody, but the conversation I had was this: outside of that event, can you tell me what else you would be talking about if you didn't talk about that when it comes to the Jewish community? And that's no diss. I'm just saying, if you don't talk about the Holocaust, when else do you bring up the Jewish community and their contributions? Just curious. And I'm gonna leave that right there. I just gotta drop that right there. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to think about that, because that's the whole conversation in a nutshell when it comes to speaking about that community. Is all you hear about from that community is that. And the reason why they don't want the other conversation out there is because they're secretly, managing life. They're secretly managing life, not only for themselves, but for the major population of this world. Y'all do understand that there is a hierarchy via the human race. It is a race. It is a human race. Kanye is still absolutely part of the nefarious, but like Trump, he makes revelations that give rise to more. Yeah, so imagine this. Imagine you have somebody who knows the answers, but knows that the more that he divulges, the worse it's going to get. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So they have to make them the opposition has to make them sound crazy, so it's harder for people to listen or pay attention or really give them any grace. And once they start realizing that there are more people who have already been on that page, who've already got that level of understanding, now it gets a little more difficult because you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. You know what I mean? True Mama, I just say he needs he needs an assist person. He needs if he's Jordan, he needs a Scottie Pippen. Yep. The whole university. Latanya, I see you. Latanya subscribe. Let me give a shout out to Latanya. Oh. Hey. Hey. So listen, y'all, it is 11:02 here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Monday, December 5th. It's 47 degrees. It's a little rainy outside. It's not too bad. It's not thundering, but y'all know if y'all driving on these Atlanta streets, all y'all gonna hear is, that's right, because these folks cannot drive in Atlanta. Ron said, what about the Army applying for the patient for the COVID, the patent to own everyone who is taking the vaccine? Yeah, people don't want to speak on that. Yo, LA, we're going to have to go deep on that because so we can't, I can't talk about that right. We'll definitely talk about that, LA, but we can't talk about it right now because that is a super duper big deal. The fact that the Army has filed that if you've taken, so the way they did this, the vaccine was a product, and anyone who has taken their product, the Army wants to be able to, to own anyone who does that. But we're going to get in, that's a whole nother conversation. I just need y'all to, now that y'all heard me say it, please go do your research, do your reading, you know what I'm saying? And dig into the crates on what taking the vaccine has meant. And that's another conversation. I don't really want to get into that. I actually want to do a reset is what that was supposed to be, but LA be dropping bombs. LA be dropping bombs, you know what I'm saying? And he had me over here like,
Damn, Daniel.
When I be trying to think straight, you know what I'm saying, and keep us moving right along. Y'all know where y'all at, right?
Have a bite to eat with me, Dwight Scrap Reynolds. Let's go.
Yeah. So you're on the Bite to Eat podcast, man, and we're just going through the thing, you know what I'm saying? We're just doing our thing. We're doing a recap, man, and we talked about a couple different things already. Like I tell y'all, what up, Jaira? I tell y'all sometimes it ebbs and flows and whatnot. Here's an opportunity for you guys to hit the like button like you're going crazy. Here's an opportunity for y'all to share the live. If you're going to gift in any way, you can gift now. You can Cash App now. You can show your support and your love, and I appreciate it. But check this out. Tiffany Haddish stopped by last night. Tiffany Haddish showed up and hung out with us last night. Tiffany Haddish, did y'all hear me? My girl Tiffany came through last night. And y'all don't even understand. For a majority of the live, she was in a hyperbaric chamber. She was live with us last night. We stayed on for what, about 2 hours? She was with us for about 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, she said she's going to come through more often, Latanya. I just got to invite her. I know y'all was tripping out when we got on our watches and we CB'd each other or whatever. That was because we did that when we first met, you know what I'm saying? We both had our Apple Watches and we was trying to figure stuff out. Yeah. Yeah. She came on live. She had her own, she was in her own box and she was live from LA. In a hyperbaric chamber. No, LA, she was here. I honestly, I'll post a clip from it before I post it to YouTube or whatnot. But she has a YouTube channel as well, and you know, I really wanted everybody to support her YouTube channel and the initiatives that she got going on because it's important. A lot of the new people who are here today are here via that. What up, Donald? That's why listen, man. I tell y'all to turn notifications on my TikTok. Because I don't, normally this morning setup where we are on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, that's the daytime setup. Yeah. So she came in last night and man, she's a fool. She is a straight fool. What was cool about it was there was a lot to learn, right? We talked about her foundation. We talked about We talked about her new projects that are coming up. We kicked it. We had an amazing time. Some of the things that I know you're not, Ron. I got figured out LA because you so supportive, man. I really hate that you missed it. But what I'll do is I'll repost the video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna spend some time today because the only reason why I haven't posted a lot of the beginning videos from our TikTok conversations is because the way TikTok records it is vertical like this. And what I saw when I saw Kevin Samuels, the way that he transitioned his videos from even Instagram to his YouTube, he created a border around the sides of it that embodied the vertical video from the vertical video from TikTok and from Instagram. So I want to create something where it embraces it and it looks decent or whatnot. And I just haven't sat down and do it. The templates are out there. I just got to make sure I create one that I'm really excited about, and I'll use it often. The backing. You know what I'm saying? I just want it to look presentable. But you guys will enjoy the beginning conversations that we had on TikTok, as well as where we're at now, and then different videos like that. We also had RL come through. RL came on for a brief second, which I'm gonna work on that as well. He should have came directly through the feed. What up, Mary? But RL came through from the group Next, and he sang happy birthday to her. It was her birthday. Yep. All right, listen, no, Scale God, listen. The way you stay posted, man, is go to my name and then hit the it's gonna ask you notifications, how much you want to be notified. What up, Amethyst? Then you hit the notification button and put it on always. But this is why I tell y'all to triple down on how y'all follow me, right? Because sometimes if TikTok takes me off, well, it doesn't take me off YouTube and it doesn't take me off Instagram. And if Instagram bugs out like it did, like if I get a phone call and then it does something trippy, well, I'm still on TikTok and YouTube. But what has been consistent, knock on wood, is my YouTube channel. So for any, and the view is different. If y'all go on YouTube right now and y'all look at, if y'all go to your YouTube pages for me right now and y'all look at the setup, again, this vertical versus YouTube, I can just post directly because it's laid out. It looks really, really good, and I don't have to do a lot of work. And so you guys will see me just, mistakes and all, you'll see me actually just upload my YouTube. But in the future, I'm going to, last night she froze on YouTube. I froze a couple times and she froze a couple times on YouTube. But if I invited her to, not on YouTube, on TikTok, but if I invited her to YouTube, well, my YouTube presentation is really, really ridiculous. And I can actually set up a panel where the interview stage looks amazing. And that's why I say, if you follow me on all three, it's a win-win. It's a win-win situation. So if you truly are supporting and you truly want to stay tuned, turn those notifications on to always, and you'll get 2 or 3 notifications when I go live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, right? True Mama, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it today. And I may even, maybe even go on Fiverr and have someone on Fiverr make me a couple templates that I think are cool to use. And that's what you do. Like I one of the things that goes in hand with getting what you want and being a success at stuff like that is by delegating. You can't do it all. A lot of times, I had to tell somebody this week, a really talented rapper, I had to tell him like, yo, you got some really dope stuff, man, but you're trying to do all the work. You can't do everything by yourself. Community is necessary. We all need people to help, assist, So, I had Tiffany on yesterday, Big Easter, last night. I'm gonna figure out a way. I definitely gonna post a clip from it today. I'll post a clip and then I'll post like the actual video once I make this template. And I hate saying stuff like that because I do realize like the more we talk, the less we walk. So if I just shut up and I typically get stuff done. And then the other key that I want to give y'all is write stuff down. I know writing stuff down is a antique way of doing things, but man, it creates muscle memory for something that you wrote. This is why what up, Jamie? That's why whenever I did spelling bee contest, which I was really good at, I would write down the words and so I would know. Can you tell her to review Wendell Pierce's grocery store issues so she can be successful? Okay. But I typically write stuff down because it helps me remember. So create template, and it's in your face. Template for TikTok uploads. Yeah, Jamie, I had Tiffany join us last night from LA. Tiffany Haddish joined us and kicked it for a little bit, and RL serenaded her with a happy birthday wish, as it was her birthday and whatnot. But she was chilling in a hyperbaric chamber. You know what I'm saying? She was telling us about the benefits of that and how she got it. She got it on eBay, and how she got it at a discount because the lady was selling it, and then when the lady recognized her voice, she bartered her some tickets to one of her shows, and she gave her a huge discount. But she got a lot of good stories, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bodacious, writing things down keeps you connected, and that's I'm gonna pass it on to y'all because especially for men need to see it in writing. I'm just saying. She said invest in a journal. I can't do that, Trauma. I don't know why I can't. And I got one. Look, I got one of those. Oh, there. So I got one of those. She said invest in one. My friend actually did one. It's called the Seed Planner. She actually came up with this and it's dope. It's honestly a dope joint. I just have a hard time pulling it out and doing it. And honestly, I've never been that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really dope. But I've never been that organized. Just if I had to put a word in there, I've never been that organized. I'll be honest. Focus Drew said, "How do you know Tiffany?" So Tiffany and I met during the lockdown on when COVID was running rampant and people had to stay in the house. There's a platform. Is that? Let me see. Okay, shout out to LA. LA just bought a couple. He just bought another super chat. Man, I appreciate you, bro. Latanya, I see you over there. Yeah, that's dope. And like I just told y'all, TikTok just closed out on me again for everybody who's on these other channels. TikTok just did it again out of nowhere. And it doesn't do anything but make me resume the live. Like it kicked me off again, y'all. It kicked me off again. So we're back. And that's just a condition of TikTok. Maybe they're dealing with something. I don't know. I'm gonna give them some grace. Because we are able to come back and kick it on the live. So I'm just gonna give them some grace. But for all of y'all, I'm telling you, YouTube didn't shut down. YouTube didn't do anything when that happened. YouTube is still on and popping. When I was talking about LA, the stats didn't start over either, which was cool. We got 9,000 likes. Let's run that up to 10. Let's get the shares up to 20 if we can. The shares are always important. Y'all know how I love that. She said organization will rub off. Yeah, I got to surround myself with some more people who are very organized, and that'll help out a whole lot. But I'll put that up. I'll put up some clips first, and you know what I'm saying, and get people to do it. Yeah, Atlanta's weather is kind of out of pocket. I don't know what that's about, Clicko. You know what I'm saying, but I can't. Again, I'm not. I understand when challenges happen, you got to have things ready to go. So I do have a backup account called Official IC Green. Should anything happen, I got a backup account. It's not many followers on there. Not many people know that that's my backup account, which I guess I should put that in my my bio or something. But YouTube is one of the main ways that has been consistent. And as we build it, you know what I'm saying, it'll be a safer place for us to communicate. Plus, the viewpoint always looks dope. You know what I'm saying? The viewpoint on there is always dope. Yeah, that was the dating family, bro. I don't know. It was on my feed, so I had to, you know what I'm saying? I just switched to YouTube. TikTok was clicking me off. See, TikTok was bugging on a couple people. So for those of you who know better, who can do better, you know, join us over on YouTube. Plus, YouTube works out a whole lot better for social digital currency and whatnot. When you join YouTube, make sure you hit the like button so the thumbs up is hit. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, and then make sure that you turn notifications on to always. Yep, YouTube is still the king. You're right. Click on. I tell people that all the time, that all roads lead to YouTube. But I did not podcast record our conversation, so what I end up doing is extracting the conversation, so it'll be also on one of the podcasts, so you guys can hear me and Tiff talk and chop it up, and RL sing and a whole bunch of different things. I think it's gonna be an awesome replay for you guys to go back and check out. This weekend was amazing. Leading up to it was amazing, and it's a great start to the week. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mama. this is gonna be a great start to a great week of conversing and kind of tightening up the screws on some stuff. LA has a special guest that he wants to bring on that we're really trying to get that conversation sorted out, because it's a super deep conversation. And it's mind shifting, and it's a different perspective. So just know I'm trying to plan some really dope conversations with some really great guests for you guys to consume, and consume some new information and some new outlooks as we get ready to wrap up this year. I haven't even talked about the fact that we're in December, yo. Like, I've been on TikTok. December 20th will be my 4th month of being able to go live on this platform. Like, and I cannot say to you like, yo, it went quick. I cannot tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so let me finish. I'm sorry, Big Easter. So I was talking about how we met. What up, Ashante? I see you. There you go. She switched over to YouTube, and Chuck P over on YouTube as well. That's what I love to see that, y'all. I love to see that. Just so y'all know, if y'all want to support on the YouTube channel, any of you guys that's joining, hit the thumbs up, turn notifications on, subscribe. But if you want to gift or do anything like that, they have super chats, super likes, and things like that. She said, I got the audio, it's ready, set, go. That's what's up. But yeah, so I'm on Clubhouse, and that's why she laughed when I was talking about social digital currency, because social digital currency was quote unquote like the thing that really brought me to the forefront in a lot of people. So when I got on, I appreciate that, Big Easter. When I got on Clubhouse, which is an audio app where you have to speak in rooms full of people, I was talking to people about music. If most of you know my history, I'm a songwriter, producer. I've done pretty well for myself, writing for the likes of Whitney, Justin Bieber, Usher, and several others. And in cultivating that conversation, I was bringing a lot of value to the rooms that I was in, and the way people showed you love would be, they would follow you. But also, Clubhouse set up a thing where you would, they would set up a way for you to, you gotta, LA, you just gotta buy the book, bro. Buy the book as a start. Here's the book, Social Digital Currency. For those of you who don't have it, let me switch that. It always does that when that happens. There you go. Social Digital Currency. It's available at yoursocialdigitalcurrency.com. If you type it in, it'll come up. If you just type my name in, it'll bring up a website that has the information to purchase the book. I'm only signing, I think it's 50 left. 50 of these books are left in hard copy for me to sign. You can actually get it on Amazon, but it talks to you about social digital currency. And she was one of the people who encouraged me to write it, because the conversation about it made so much sense. Like, she was like, yo, it took me about 6 months to write it, Lil Mayon, because the process is really arduous. When it comes to writing a book, you have to do your first draft, a second draft, and like a third draft, and then you send it off to an editor, and then they send it back and they still got mistakes, and then you send it off to another editor, and then you get it back and you go through it and read through it, and then you send it off to another editor, and like you go through the editing process, and that takes time for people to go through and correct the grammatical things. While that's happening, you're sending out different pieces of it to get artwork done on it, like to get these illustrations put in it and whatnot. It takes some effort, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through and do a lot, you know what I'm saying, to get all these graphs and stuff put in there. And I love the way it turned out. You know what I'm saying? It talks about the beginning of these social media things, the evolution of social media. If y'all can see that, it talks about the evolution of it, and why these things happen, so that you understand that there's value in your social digital currency. There's value. Listen, when people look at my profile, thanks to you guys, when people look at my profile on here and on other, I self-published. I just had it printed by somebody else, and then I put it on Amazon, and then I promoted it. Yeah, I won't say So Chuck P said Clubhouse made me famous. Prior to Clubhouse, Chuck, you could Google search my name, and you'd be flooded with Akon, Justin Bieber, all those names that I named. You'd be flooded. I was already famous. I had a record deal on RCA with a single with me and Busta Rhymes on it. Now, I may not be United States crazy famous, but I can barely step foot off of a plane in any other country where I've done music at and not get some kind of fanfare or have paparazzi in my face. And I don't say that as a braggart. I'm just helping you understand that Clubhouse only did what has been happening throughout my life with the successes I've had anyway. Clubhouse just recognized somebody with talent. You know what I'm saying? So when I got on Clubhouse and people don't expect you to be articulate when you've been successful. They don't expect you to be able to communicate. They don't expect you to be able to be as knowledgeable about life as well as different instances. So when I spoke on Clubhouse, I mainly spoke about my life as a music producer, songwriter, being published, signed to a publishing deal, having a production deal, being signed as an artist. Not many people can say that they've worn those hats, and they can't talk to you and articulate how they got to that place. And so me being on those stages on Clubhouse talking about that attracted a lot of the people who were aspiring to be musicians. Now, with that being said, what I recognized early on, and I am an idea person. I'm a person who's a problem solver. I look at things and I assess what's wrong with this. What can I do better? How can I change this? And being on there, I was noticing that so many people were following me on Clubhouse, but when it came to my Instagram, which was the way that you would offboard people off of Clubhouse, that people would, I'd have 90 to 100 some odd DMs from people asking me questions or requests and these different things, but none of these people were following me. None of these people were liking my content. None of these people were commenting on my page. And I was like, why is the engagement off? And I kept saying to myself, don't these people know it don't cost them nothing to do that? Don't these people know that it's free to like and share and to comment? That's free. Why won't they do the free stuff when they're asking me questions that is going to make them money? Why would they do that? And I thought, bing, they don't know. They don't know that they have what's called social digital currency. You have a value that you bring to all these platforms when you join them. It's called social digital currency. I have a whole video on that and a podcast. If you type in Bite to Eat podcast, I did a whole conversation on social digital currency that gives the backstory and everything. And it's also included in the book as well as to why I did and how this was developed. And once it developed, once I spoke about social digital currency on these platforms, let me tell you something. Everybody and their mama was like, that makes so much sense. And what happened was different rooms, different huge rooms with different types of people. Like there were rooms with millionaires in it. They invited me to their room because they wanted me to have the conversation about social digital currency so that the people who are in the audience would understand how it works, because it's beneficial for everybody. Social digital currency is beneficial for everybody depending on what you need from it. Each one of you can use your social digital currency to build a connection or a relationship with somebody, whomever it is you want to build it with. If there's an entertainer you want to get close to, social digital currency is the way to go, because every entertainer who's making moves is on it's on a social media platform. So how do you reach them? You spend some social digital currency. First, you got to follow them. Then you like some of their pictures. Not that they're paying attention to all your likes, but that's something that you should do to show support. Then you comment. Now, commenting is absolutely imperative, because even when y'all comment and do different things, all right, for sure, Big Easter, when I see the way you guys converse with me on these different platforms, I kind of get a feel for who y'all are through y'all comments. Whether you're funny, whether you're positive minded, whatever it is, I can kind of ascertain that from the way you communicate. So as you continue to do that, of course, when you have a lot of people on your live, when you have a lot of people that follow you, it gets difficult. But one of the things that I keep telling y'all, so Letitia said, I laugh out loud. I remember when I first gifted you $5 to test to see if this was a scam or if you were just trying to get money out of people. It was just odd to me, not coming from any type of social media. Yeah, so people don't understand that your social digital currency can convert to actual currency, which increases your social currency. Letitia and I have been on and popping since she jumped on the platform. But when you want to reach somebody, for instance, and I use Rihanna as an example. There's not a man on here that can't reach Rihanna if you wanted to. Why and how do you say that? Look, Rihanna is on social media. She gets on and she posts things. How will she notice you? Well, one of the fourth steps in spending social digital currency is turning on notifications to always. What does that do? That lets you know whenever she posts something. Do y'all think these entertainers post and then stop looking at their phone? They post and then they like to see what's going to happen. And they read the first 50 comments at the most. How are you going to be in the first 50 comments when you don't have notifications turned on to always? You won't. If you turn your notifications on to always, now on a regular basis, your name and your comment, which should be something funny, witty, engaging, profound, but most of all, rememberable. It can be complimentary, all that, but it must be rememberable. You must say something dope. I appreciate that, LA with another super chat. It should be something rememberable. Rihanna see your name pop up on her post every day. Guess what? She says, this person really likes me. This person is rocking with me. I love that. And they always got something good to say. And they always say something positive to lift my spirits. Or they always say something profound. Or they say something educational. Or they say something that goes along with what I posted that I can consider in the future. Once you do that, see what I'm saying? Click on, he got Doja Cat to, but imagine this, you could extend that relationship with Doja Cat if you had doubled down with your social digital currency. Once you got their attention, start sharing their posts. And you become a champion. Now, don't become a super fanatic. It just depends on what you want. Because I can tell you, if you got great suggestions and you're in her top 50 and you're always suggesting dope things, you're going to get a DM from somebody in her camp saying, hey, who are you and what do you do and how can we get you more involved? Because you're saying some really dope stuff. Rihanna loves what you're saying about her perfume and what she may need to do to make it sell more or do better. People have gotten jobs. I got a couple examples in the book where people have met their mentors, where people have aligned themselves with people who have gotten them closer to their goals. But it's all through social digital currency. If we're spending an absorbent amount of time on our social media as we are nowadays, like we all are on our phones and on these platforms, then you must know that there's a better use of it. Should you want to get into business, should you want to develop relationships. I've had people use, and I've noticed it and they don't think I noticed it. I've seen people use social digital currency to meet, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool because it's more of it's a tool. And if you use it correctly and if you use it responsibly, you know, people will do our due diligence and you'll end up meeting these people. Like there are several people that I've been out at the club and they'd be like, yo, you from Clubhouse, man, I'm such and such. Oh, yo, yeah, I've been on your live before, man. And I'd be like, oh, that's what's up. Good to meet you, man. How's it going? You know, it hasn't been awkward. It hasn't been as awkward as you would assume it would be. But it's been pretty chill. I met people out in Vegas when I went out to for Usher's residency. We sat down and ate and chopped it up. People that I've never known outside of social media. You know, we meet in public places, of course, for my protection. We just have to, you know, and we meet in such a way that if I ever felt like it was going to get uncomfortable, that it could be, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. Speak to you soon. But there have been several people actually. Was it Tashi? I can't remember if it was Tashi or that I met at Usher's concert when I was out there in October. She was up in the stands and she told me where she was at, and because I get all access to move around the entire building, I went up to where she was just to, when you guys tell me you guys are nearby or, you know, available to meet or whatever, I like to, this social media is supposed to make you social, not just online, but in person as well. You're looking to make friendships and connections and expand your network. So social digital currency was an awesome way to do that. So what happened after I started announcing it, every metric I had increased dramatically. And every metric you have will increase dramatically once you know what like you're a billionaire. Anytime you sign up on any social digital currency things, you're a millionaire. You know, Ashanti, I see you. Ashanti just ordered the book. I see you. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I love people who move effectively like that. You know what I mean? Ashanti I just saw a notification said I got to send out a book. So Ashanti, make sure you text me either on IG or text me here. You know what I mean? Because I know the Ashanti is not your screen name. And that was one of the issues I was having at one point, is that some people would order. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I just saw that. What is your screen name on TikTok though? So type it, just text me so I have it, so I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And I'll be signing that and it'll be sent out tomorrow. I have a label created tonight and have it sent out to you tomorrow. That's how quick and effective it is. But I make sure I know who's who from TikTok or what platform you're on that you're texting me from. That's funny. Oh, she said it is my real name. That's what's up. Okay, so yeah. But those are the things, like once you get into it and you understand where all this stuff stemmed from and why these, if y'all hadn't noticed, every single platform has entered into the monetization game. And the reason being is because they understand that when you have people of value that get on these platforms, that time is money. And when they spend an absorbent amount of time on these platforms, they want to find a way to equal that out. And that's why if y'all ever hear me say, you know, I love the fact that y'all like and share. And I'm truly appreciative of when you guys value my time in other ways. Okay, that's what I thought, Amethyst. I knew it was that a different name on there. Okay, I knew it was different. Yep. That it means a lot, right? It's not going to, like I told somebody the other day, and not, at least not mine. I have seen some I've been on some lives before where the audience is ridiculously supporting their host, and I think and it's cool. Like this one kid had an initiative to, one of his friends got hurt and needed help with his insurance, and I think they raised about $4,000 for his friend. I thought that was super special. But those are some of the things that, you know what I'm saying, some of the ways you guys can support. If you don't know how to do it, that's what the book is about. What I'm going to do, we've been on for an hour and a half now, and it's been an amazing show today, coming off of a great weekend, man. All you guys are amazing. I may start doing 2-a-days. What up, Dimitri? I'm trying to decide. Long time no see, man. You got to reach out, man. Let me know how you doing. I may start doing 2-a-days because I know that I have a work audience, right? I know that I have a group of you guys who are on here during work hours. And just like last night, I know that if I get on in the evening, a lot of my celebrity friends and influencers are available to converse with us in the evening. And you never know who's going to show up. Once I post the Tiffany conversation, it may be a little easier for more people to want to engage and kick it with us on the show. I'm not sure if I got something I know, but I'm gonna check. Yeah, I don't want to get caught up like that. You know what I'm saying? But yep, cheating don't work. I know. Well, it's okay. You just tell them you had to come in and get a.
Have a bite to eat.
You had to come get a bite to eat.
Dwight Scrap Reynolds.
Yeah, just tell them you had to come get a. You had to come get a bite to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. Yeah, man. Listen, if your notifications are turned on to always, I don't have to tell you what time I get on. Y'all will be there. And that's the exciting part about, you know, having people who are truly dedicated to the conversation and to hang out. You know what I'm saying? We had an amazing day. Let's get the shares up to 20 real quick, just so we have an even number. We're over 11,000 likes, which is always dope, especially coming off of a huge night like night, just a night. And most of the music y'all hear, if it's not a traditional beat, most of the music y'all hear on my page is something I produce, like this track right here. And I might come up with a jingle for the show. One day I'll be with there, and that's what's up, True Mama. That's the goal, right? Is to create financial freedom. Yep. There you go. There's the book, you guys. YourSocialDigitalCurrency.com. There you go, Sassy. Sassy's here. She's about to order the book. YourSocialDigitalCurrency.com. There you go. It's a little clearer now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another amazing episode here on Bite to Eat. Yeah. You click on belief is one thing, but moving and failing fast is another. I'm a producer, True Mama. What are you saying? We're in my recording studio right now. Like, we're literally in my recording studio. If I showed you the whole layout, you see it. What up, Coach? What up, Sasky? Like, it's like all my production equipment is over my. Let me see if I can show you that. So production equipment, keyboard, MPC. It's a record player up there. Big computer right there. My recording booth is right there. Yeah. Well, now you in the loop. Now you're in the loop. And y'all see that on the wall. It's a testament right there. I am the show. I'm made in Flint. Now, when I say that, I wasn't born in Flint, but I spent a lot of my formidable years in Flint. And what you can take from that is, yeah, indeed, LA. What that means is that I've managed to weather the storm of a city that's hard, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? And that I found unique ways to let my talent lead the way. You know? Yeah, that's what's up. Normally you'll see me in my Detroit hat. Normally the only hat that I'll wear is a Detroit hat because it's so close to Flint. We don't have a dope Flint hat. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a dope Flint hat, so you'll see me in a Detroit hat. Plus, it has a D on it, and my name is Dwight. So I don't wear. I'm in Atlanta, but I don't wear a hat. I just don't. If I'm going to wear any hat, it's going to be a D hat, and it's going to be from the Detroit Tigers. That's it. So, she's your queen to be. That's funny. Yeah. So I'm going to post a little of the. I'm gonna get on that today. I got a few things to do out here in these Atlanta streets, but for the most part, I am going to do that. I've been meaning to do it, and I've been procrastinating. I have downloaded a lot of episodes, but that was my reason. It's funny. I have been pulling out some of my hard drives because I needed to find space to download a lot of that information because it's a lot. Like these shows, because they go for an hour in the beginning. in the beginning. Have any of you guys seen that? Any of y'all seen that meme yet? Where the African guy's like, in the beginning, in the beginning, bing. He's trying to say beginning. Have y'all seen it? In the ning. He can't say beginning. It's hilarious, and he's really trying. He'd be like, in the ning, in the ding. And it's, if you haven't seen it, it's hilarious. What's up, Enough? We're just closing out the show for today. Let me give us some riding out music. In the ning. What up, Spooky? Enough, you came last night when Tiffany was on, right? That's what's up. True story, LA. Spooky, was you there last night when Tiffany was on? We had an amazing night. We had an amazing night. It was all right. Why was you shocked, Spooky? She said I was shocked to see her. I don't talk about that. Y'all notice I almost never talk about my entertainment life on this platform. I figure those that know. And if you do any research, then you kind of understand. You know what I'm saying? You'll know, like, yo, he's been busy. I've got some great relationships, some great friendships. Like Tiffany came out to, she was filming out here, and I took her out to a club, and she acted a fool, yo. True story, Spooky. Sandra Brown said, so you famous. I asked a while back what you, and you didn't elaborate. I should have Googled you. That's what and that's what that led to, Sandra. I don't talk about it. My name is, my full name is out there for anybody to do a background check on me or whatever. My full name is there for you to do some discovery. This is why I say to y'all, I don't, you know what I mean? You caught me on the concoction and then found out more. That's exactly, you know what I'm saying? I think it says a lot in terms of, I just want you guys to, to take me at face value. And if you can't take me at face value, then nothing about anything matters, right? Like, this is how I am, and this is what I tell y'all. Y'all do know, listen, y'all do know I talk about relationships and stuff too, right? We just haven't done a lot of that. And when it comes to relationships, I just tell you what you want to know, you'll seek out. And on a first meeting, you should just take people as they are. Like, I didn't want to come in here flexing like, yo, I done this, I done that. I want you to be like, yo, I like dude's pretty cool. I like his information, his vibe. That's how you should be when you meet people. Like, never ask when you first meet people. I'm sorry, some of y'all gonna disagree, but I don't like people asking me what I do for a living. Because all I can think of is, I'm not meeting you for no job. We not finna do no job stuff, are we? I don't like people asking me a lot of personal questions. Cause the way I think about it is this: if you're so willing to divulge all that personal information, if you're so willing to dive into all that, I'm like, yo, the personal stuff is always going to be there. It's always going to be what it is. But what about tonight? What about now? What about this moment? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be lit? Or do you have requirements for it to be lit. And I don't think we should have requirements when you meet people. I don't do the application thing. And in the past, somebody would ask me, they'd be like, what you do for a living? And I said, when? And they'd be like, now, what you do? I said, not right now. I have fun talking to you. What else is there? You know what I'm talking about. You play too much. Why you don't do that? Well, what you do to that? I said, that's not a first conversation. What up, Amelia? I'll tell people in a heartbeat, that's not a first conversation. Y'all got to get used to saying that. Putting people in the understanding place that you can't just ask me anything and think I'm an answer. That's not a first conversation. I don't know you. But don't say the I don't know you part like that. Just be like, hey man, I just need to know you cool in the vibe. Because once you get to know all this other dope stuff about me, I don't want that to be the highlight reel. I want the highlight reel to be that we could be doing nothing. We could just be in each other's company. That we could just be in each other's company and be dope. That's right. Psychologically, that's most people's way to put you in a box. Yep. And the goal is to get people out of that comfort zone of trying to box you in. No, you ain't gonna box me into that. You're gonna have a conversation and you're gonna determine whether your frequency aligns itself with mine. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. I don't even have time to jump into that conversation, but do y'all want to talk about that? Should I get into that? Should I get into talk about synergy and how to meet and greet people? Let me do that. Synergy. Meeting and greeting. Because, people talk about it, but they don't really respect it anymore. Remember when they used to say, first impressions are everything? First impressions are everything. And people disrespect the first impression. So that's why I don't talk about all those different things. The first impression you get of me is our engagement with each other in this moment. And that's cool, Spooky. That's exactly how it should be designed. Spooky, you've been in the lives a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And you just enjoyed the conversations in the live and our interactive, the way we interact and engage with one another. And that's perfect. And that's what should lead people to say, I want to know more about you. That's why I tell y'all 3 dates, at least 3 times in person. First time is when you actually meet. Don't talk about nothing personal. Just kick it. Have a great time. See if you can enjoy each other's company in the space that you're in, because typically we're out somewhere where the environment is supposed to be conducive to a great time. If you're out somewhere and the environment is conducive to a great time, why not have that great time? For instance, I was in Canada and I was on tour and we had a day off. Usher was flying to Arizona for the Kids' Choice Music Awards. And we had nothing to do. I didn't fly with him there. I didn't want to go. I stayed in Canada and I went out. I went to this club. That get there, in line is this shorty. She's ridiculously, like, she bad as I don't know what. And I look at her and my confidence, if y'all don't know, my confidence is, I'm not one of those, I've heard my confidence can border on conceited. And I think it's just a matter of perspective. I just know no woman wants a man that's going to be weak in his conversation with her or his approach. And that's not me by no means. So I hollered at her. I was like, yo, don't get lost in the club. I'm going to come find you. You know what I'm saying? I said, I think you're attractive, but but we could talk about that later. So she goes in the club. I ended up talking to her and kicking it with her the whole night. And the only thing that I really learned about her in terms of outside of the night that we were having, dancing and kicking it, was that she was leaving the next day to go to Chicago. She was moving to Chicago. So the next time, mind you, I got her number and we just kicked it, talked and stuff and kept it. I was, talking about my adventures on the road and talking about all kind of crazy stuff. And finally we came back to Chicago. I had her come out to the show. We had an amazing time at the show and our synergy was still the same. And so we ended up traveling. Like I told her, hey, the next show is in Detroit. It's about 4 hours away. Do you want to come? And she, and then she showed me her adventurous side and she was like, yeah, I'll come. And she traveled the things that we want are so easy to attain. We just got to get out of our own way. We got to just decide that the life that you want, you're going to tailor make it for yourself. It doesn't have to be tailor made for what the world says it should be. Once y'all get that out of you, I think Bodacious said it really cool earlier where she said you have to unlearn what you've learned. We really go by the standards of other people. and we need to adjust that. That's going to save y'all a lot. That's going to save y'all a lot. Once you realize that that's funny. Once you realize that your life is just that, individualistically yours, you're going to be all right. Because it gives you an attitude of, I don't care what nobody else think. This works for me. It's going to change the way you dress. What up, Shannon? It's going to change the way you converse. It's going to change the way you do a lot of things. And that freedom is awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, I don't share a lot of personal stuff on social media. And the reason why you don't do that is because you don't share anything that you care that people would admonish you for or talk junk about. You know what I'm saying? Keep your personal stuff personal. That's why it's called personal stuff. This is a social media platform. So it's meant for you to share social stuff. And I think we do a great job of that. And y'all be holding me hostage. I was supposed to get off here like 15 minutes ago. Y'all be holding me hostage. All right. So listen, we did an amazing job. We still didn't get those 2 shares that I was looking for. Y'all can share it real quick so we can have that. I'm going to stay on till 11:50 just to get them 2 shares. How about that? I'm going to stay on just to get those 2 shares. Am I petty for that? I don't know, but but I want those 2 shares. And if we really hardcore about it, we got 3 minutes to get it up to 15,000 likes. Can we do that? Can we hit the likes like a video game? I need y'all to hit the like button. Hit the like button like it ain't nothing. Put your thumbs to work. Matter of fact, make the likes go berserk. Just trying to get to the 15,000 so we can do it right about now. Yeah, I sing and yeah, I make beats and yes, I can R to the A to the P. True mama, she shared the live. If she was in person, I'd give a high five. Have an awesome day, Mr. Peace, Love, and Light. But you could just call me Dwight. Sharing out on Twitter, no, I'm not bitter. Matter of fact, some of y'all should do it with her. Oh, he got bars, he's a star. I don't know who you are, but let's depart from this situation. Change the station. Y'all know my heartbeat be racing. I was listening to Justina Valentine, and she was showing up and she was like she couldn't rhyme. And we were talking about Jay-Z isn't on. But tell me, is that word is gone? Social media, I'm not believing you. He was on Twitter though. I don't know if you didn't get her though. He was on there with Alicia Keys a while back, and that was something you had to see. Yeah, Jay-Z got a couple accounts, but he don't be on them long. He be on them and bounce. Oh, you didn't know I had bars. I come through like a superstar. Hey, on the Bite to Eat podcast. I don't need y'all to get mad. Hey, Mo Money, where you been? I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays again. Now you gotta stay close, shorty. Just trying to see what you up to, getting naughty. Okay, Dwight with the bars as he's writing it. Nobody else is biting it. This is the Bite to Eat podcast, and I want y'all to know that it's been a blast. Mo Money coming in, she's like, hey, I made it today, and I'm like, yeah, Joppa the Great, you know I see ya. Some things you can't say, but I believe ya. We gon' keep it all tight when you're on the Bite to Eat podcast with Dwight. But y'all can call me Scrap when I rap, cause when I rap, that's the time that I snap. And Mo Money just became the top 2 viewer. Some of y'all should know her. That's what she was doing, and she kept it all tight though. I'm a Ignite Joe, buying like Kanye West with the flow though. If I was running, y'all would call me Flo Joe. I mean, we talked about Flo Joe with Tiffany Haddish. I know that y'all had this moment with us. We was on last night to the TV screen on so y'all can get bright. That sent last T.O. Not sure what that really means to me though. I need you to type it over and over and over. Oh, the last sent too. That's what you do. We didn't hit the 15 mark, not yet, boo. All we trying to do is rumor, zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Y'all know the words. Miss Jersey joined the live. We've been on since 10:05. I wish you got it earlier because I'm about to bail. And I don't know what's going on. TikTok's playing me on and on. Keep on making me go to the home screen. Tell me, what does it mean? Dope day nav. It's crazy you can hear that in that small thing. Yeah, man. Lola Bunny, what's up, honey? She the type 2 words, yep, too funny. Didn't know that I could spit from the dome. That's what I do when I'm chilling at home. All hell, Amelia is on, she said it. This is the love and I'm trying to spread it. Look at that beautiful swan on the screen. Thank you, Miss New Jersey, I know you lean. Every time you come and you be doing it up. She know what it is and her glass is a cup. And it's half full, nah, it's matter of fact full up. And that's the way we do it when she pull up. Jersey hit the live and she start hitting subscribe. And she doing all those things to keep it popping. She know that I be doing it, be having all this knowledge, and that's what I do in this live when I'm dropping it. Lola Bunny said, what's up? I say, girl, you know what it is. We just on this live up, and I'm out here handling this biz, spitting these bars like a superstar that I am. Just playing music, that is my jam. My favorite green-eyed TikToker, showstopper, the way that he drops a bar and a verse. It ain't rehearsed, comes from the top of the dome, dispersed all of the info, so you know you in for a great time, and a great rhyme, and a dope line, and you know how I do it, ain't nothing to it, so you can pursue it. Spooky duo, spooky duo. When I say your name, I be like, oh, hey. It's almost Christmas time. This ain't a Christmas rhyme. This ain't a Christmas line. It's just me giving you something that's dope in a gift, and get your spirits so your spirits uplift. I like to do this once in a while. Sometimes I gotta drop bars because some people forget, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I try to balance the talent when I spit it, so y'all can understand and get with it. True mama says that I can't, but I say you can, and you understand when you listen to the man with the plan. I get it, mister. And you know that I wish you take this time so that you can see Lola Bunny really loves my energy. And Sonny says I love it, on never scrub it. I'll be on the microphone, never bugging. As you type it, I'm gonna say it. As the music keeps playing and playing. Y'all know where y'all at, and you know it lasts. We on the Bite to Eat podcast. I'ma type it one time. Yo, I see my man Joe Blow has entered the chat along with Read My Soul. Yep, Reed is back. He was on my YouTube, now he's on IG. And he spits bars and he does it nicely. So check out his thing and follow him. Whoop, whoop, Red Baby said with a swim. Now we got it. If you can't get it, if you gon' miss it, y'all know I'll hit it. Out of the park, I bring the light to the dark. I mean the dark to the light, so y'all can see it with Dwight. Y'all know my name and it's all in the title. And the way that I spit, y'all know it's so vital. Miss Jersey, she be showering me with gifts, and those are the things that make the things uplift. Go to the next level for them dirty devils. Y'all know I'll never ever settle. Bite to eat, you get to eat to bite. I mean you do it cause you gotta do it all damn night. You know I saying something just to get your mind real open, cause sometimes it be so much smoke and flames in the fire. Just take you higher, trying to explore all your desires. Not the money gun, yep, it's the money gun. You know what it is, the Tanya Hun. You gotta look at it straight in the face. I got a music going on and it's got a little bass. It's something I created so y'all can never hate it. And all my bars is on and never outdated. Read My Soul said it's fire, homie. And I know cause he be on the microphone himself spitting bars. So Red Game represent where you are. Represent for your folks. And the way that you do it, you know I ain't gon' choke. Teray, sending fireballs. And I'm spitting bars for all of y'all. Until the battery go out. You know that my phone might just blow out. And y'all be saying like, where did he go? And I have to come on another phone. But it don't stop. The way that I take it from the bottom to the top. I could do this thing cause you know it's a fella who could rock on the microphone so acapella. Dwight with the blonde hair looking at the past. And you know I had blonde hair, yeah, it didn't last. So I got the braids in, I made it lock. And the way that I do this, I never stop. Lola throws her hands up in the air and she's waving them around like she just don't care. So she's like, yo, you gonna bring the beat back? I said, yeah, you better believe that. So this the way that I do. Reppin' especially for all you. Appreciate the gifts, I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the shares coming from my heart to white. Hey, there's a crown for the king. I might rap, I might sing, I might produce and do my thing, but I will never ever change. I mean, I'll adjust a little, I'll just do it just to get back to the middle, cause that's where I want the balance to be. And I don't need nobody to challenge me. I could come off like my name was Rakim, and y'all be like, damn, the way he rocks them bars in the microphone, he be on it, butter it up like that butter blue bunny. Y'all know how I do it and I keep it all tight. I do this thing all day and night, and it's right. All my brothers and sisters, I can't say it, but Jay Brown will hit you with a brothers and sisters. That's what he said, and you know I got it going on through my head. She like, how is he so multi-talented? I don't know how the hell is he balancing. Oh, he can do so many things at once. He's so smart, he could never be a dunce. He just does it and he does it all right. That's my homie, and you know his name is Dwight. And he's like, hey, hey, hey. I make the girl scream if you know what I mean. Like, hey, hey, hey. I make the girl scream if you know what I mean. Like, hey, hey, hey. And I do this for my, and I do it for my, and I do it for my brothers and sisters. Just so y'all know how it goes all night. I ain't coming from the foolishness, and that's right. Oh. All right, let me stop. I could do that all day. Y'all have no idea. Like I learned to spit bars and freestyle when I used to battle because people used to try to come at me. So I had to be fast, and I had to have, I could talk about what they had on in a heartbeat and make it funny and shut them all down. All right, so listen, if y'all want to catch any of that freestyle back, or y'all want to watch any of this stuff, it will be back. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. So for those of you who don't know, this is how you drink your apple cider vinegar drink. Straight down. You take it straight to the head, and that's going to be when you take it straight to the head like that. I can feel it go through my body because I haven't had anything to eat. You know that first bite. You know that first fluid that hits your body travels. You can feel it travel through your intestines or whatnot, and it's gonna settle down in my stomach, and everything's gonna happen. I can already feel it. Y'all know. I almost start breaking into a sweat after I drink mine. I don't know what effect it has on y'all, but now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the cleaners got going on. I'm kind of giving them some instructions because I redid my studio. I took up all the carpet myself, and I just need them to empty some of the trash or whatnot down here, and then vacuum my other room, and then that's probably it. Sassy said, when it take me to Amazon, the only option it gives me is Kindle. I would like the book. Do I order it and you will send it me? Yeah. Go to yoursocialdigitalcurrency.com and I will send you the book directly. And I'll sign it, Sassy. So go to yoursocialdigitalcurrency.com. Let me type it in. www.yoursocialdigitalcurrency.com, and you'll see an option that says where you can buy the hardback. It's my book, Spooky. Social digital currency. Every time that's right. I'll be forgetting to mirror it back. Okay. There you go. Social digital currency. Yeah, I signed it. Yeah. And I sign these copies out. You'll open it up, and you get I'll sign it. But it's not just me signing. Usually especially if we've developed some rapport or whatnot, I typically have something pretty cool to say. Jersey, did Jersey tell me you were here last night when Tiffany Haddish came on with us? Were you here last night, Jersey? Tiffany Haddish came and joined me for a conversation last night for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Yep. She was on a live. We had about 1,500 people in the room. Sunday nights, I keep telling people, man, make sure if y'all gonna miss any night, don't miss Sunday nights. Sunday nights be so lit. And that's without Tiffany. Like on the other nights without Tiffany, it's like 800 to 1,000 people. But yeah. No, you know what, Lola? The thing about being multi-talented, excuse me. The thing about being multi-talented is focus. Like and that's I've always heard that there's I've done so many things at a really high level and know one thing at a ridiculously high level. And that goes back to that saying that was saying, jack of all trades, master of none, but master of some is still better than a master of one. Yeah. Yep. You was about to leave for the roast battle, and then Tiff showed up, and next thing you know, and then we was cool for a little bit. Remember, we had about 200 people in the live for the very first maybe half hour of us just chopping it up. And then I think people started sharing the room a little bit more, and the likes started going up. And next thing you know, we had so many people in the live. No, I don't meditate. I've never practiced it. Of meditating. I just learned to balance all those different things. You know what I'm saying? I just learned to manage them all. So typically, if I'm not on the podcast, then I'm doing something for the podcast, or I'm doing music production, or I'm out at somebody's studio. The cool thing is I'll repost it, Jersey. That's funny. Lola said I came on and was like, "Who is this? Wrong channel." That's funny. No, she was on the screen and everything. She was in a hyperbaric chamber, chopping it up with us, having a good time, man. Laughing and telling some jokes, telling people that, and we had some trolls, unfortunately, and I don't want to talk about that too much, but the trolls that were in the room, she kept saying that they was gonna get diarrhea. It was so funny. But she was fun. She was fun last night, even with the drama of those people, you know what I'm saying, coming in live. So yeah, her clapbacks were funny. But she's really engaging. She's very giving. Caratella Woodbury, I see you placed your order. Listen, make sure I know who that is, because y'all real names be different than y'all screen names. So make sure you text me either on IG. Okay, Sassy, that was you. Okay, cool. I'll be like, yo, who's, you know what I'm saying? Follow that up. Sassy, are you on IG? I did, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, where are my mods at? Spooky, next time I'm gonna make you a mod, and Lola, I'm gonna put all y'all, any of you guys, I'm gonna make sure y'all are my mods on those situations, because I needed mods last night. You know what I'm saying? They was going in trying to bait her into a conversation about some of the, crazy stuff that's in the tabloids, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Lola, did you order your what's name today? Did you order a book? Is that what you're saying, Lolita? I make sure I know. So you know what I'm saying? Sassy hit me on IG at yeah, they were trying to, but I wasn't letting that happen. Right. That's it right there. I just typed it to you so you can do that. Yeah, it was a lot of haters. Okay, yeah. No, when you order it, just say it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Lolita. Yeah, I know, and they deserved it though. Honestly, that was a different kind of group of people that I would have been like, okay, Jersey, have your way with them. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of group of people that were in the chat. It was all jammed up. But we, I did a good job. I wouldn't say nothing either. The way I was sniping them out of the room, I watched, see who made the comment, tap it, and I banned them from the, I block them. I just straight up block them. And I don't block people. I like to there was one or two after the fact. I spoke a little bit after she left, just so I could have a conversation so that everybody can understand how we got to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna repost it, Lola. That's what I was talking about earlier, about creating a template for vertical video. So my vertical videos, when it's more of a process, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to upload certain vertical videos to YouTube. But I want if I did it right now, it'd be like this vertical video and then all this space on the side. What I want to do is do a vertical video and maybe have pictures of me on the side or something, or Bite to Eat podcast, or, something like that I think will, that is also kind of has an advertisement to it a little bit, and then have the actual content, and then maybe a picture of me or information about me or something like that. I just want to make it look aesthetically cool. And then I'll start uploading a lot more of the videos from TikTok to there, you know what I mean? So it's a challenge. Yep. No, for sure. Jersey's been with me the longest out of anybody on this platform, period. Absolutely. So that's what I'm going to be spending most of my day with today, is finding a template that I'm excited about, or creating a template that I'm excited about, because there is a process now that I'm going to have to download, then re-upload, and then once I re-upload, insert. And it's a process, man. It doesn't work. I'm working for y'all, man. I'm working for your support. I'm working constantly for you guys to share me with others. And yeah, we're so close to 20,000 likes. We might as well just knock that out, huh? Cause I'm way past I'm like 30 minutes past how long I was gonna be on, and that's cause Jersey came in the room, and I hate to leave when I see Jersey show up, I'll be like, man, I can't leave cause Jersey here now. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be wanting to break down what happened, what she missed or whatnot. But I'm going to did this stop? It did, didn't it? So okay, so I got to fix that too. I meant to delete some of that information. But I got a lot of, so there's some podcast stuff that's gonna happen. There's some YouTube stuff that's gonna happen, and then I got to create some snippets so that people can, almost like a guide to show you where we're at here, so you can go look on those on YouTube and watch the whole thing. RL came through last night to Jersey and sang happy birthday to her. It was her birthday the day before, and I got RL to come on and sing happy birthday to her. I was trying to get Ush, but Ush was busy. He didn't even respond, so I'm thinking he's out of the country still. I know he was in Dubai. He was in Africa and then in Dubai. And I think I saw something where he was on the beach somewhere. So, I could have called Q from 112 or Slim from 112, Music Soul Child. That's what I should have called. I should have called Music. Music would have jumped on. But a lot of these people don't go on TikTok, and so they don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok. So I would have to Jimmy rig it in order for them to participate. I would have loved for them to put their face in the place, but last night we just got RL on the phone and he sang. So we'll figure it out. Like, again, it's a building podcast. It's a building show. So if I could do that, Jersey, if I could manage to have that, and I've got celebrity friends from all walks of life. I don't know if any of you guys know MKBHD from YouTube. He's like a tech guy. He's joined my live on Clubhouse before, so I would see if I could get him on. He's the information guy for all things technology, like iPhones and Teslas and just new and innovative things that are out there. So he's probably got like 12 million followers, subscribers on YouTube. He's definitely a heavy influencer. I've got some producer friends I would bring on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I just got to think about it and sort it out. I could get Jermaine Dupri on the live and have him talk about, working with Mariah and Usher and all these different people. So just depends, Yeah, exactly. No, it is. And that's the other part, Spooky, because people don't know, the level of work that I put in. It's interesting to watch how people communicate. And because I feel like I know stuff that they don't know, I don't really trip out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jersey, he's MKBHD is like, people send him Teslas to drive and test out. They send him the new technology out there to be a part of. So if I can get him on, again, these people have ridiculous schedules. So, their free time, they really take it seriously, and I'd have to figure out a way to do it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another amazing episode of Bite to Eat. I will, Vic, man, I'm sorry you got here late, bro. We've been on for quite a while. VP, we've been chopping it up, man, and I'm just wrapping up. We've been on for over an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. But I get on, typically I'm on at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then there are very few instances. Vic, make sure you follow me and turn on notifications, because there are very few instances where I get on at night. And then, Tiffany Haddish joined us last night. Who knows what could happen, who would join. I put the word out to Ush. Ush is kind of diving into TikTok a little more, but it's hard to protect those people on TikTok, and that's why if I do those conversations, I'm gonna do them as private interviews on YouTube. I know you got to do the work, man. You the chief, you know what I'm saying? So you got that business to take care of. So plan for that. If y'all not following me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube, because YouTube is probably where I'm gonna hold those big interviews, because I do have to protect them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think YouTube is going to be the platform where I have the real conversations, because I can protect them from the nonsense, and the moderation is easier to see and view on there, because people can manage it differently. So before my phone dies, let's get it to 20,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate everybody chopping up. Vic, also, you got to, I want to chop it up with you, see how I can get my blue check, man. I need to know what the play is, how to get a blue check on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm overdue, but Instagram be holding me out, because I be holding some of those controversial topics, and I speak from my heart, and I don't think they like that. I think Instagram is like, no, we can't validate him. No, we can't let we can't make him seem special. He's one of those thinking Negroes. We can't. I'm stupid, yo. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I hope y'all have I hope today was an amazing start to an amazing week for you guys. I know we rolling off of an amazing weekend, so I can only imagine that as we go forward and we communicate, that we're going to have an amazing time going forward. Y'all, appreciate y'all. This is never goodbye. TikTok just blanked all the way out because of the battery. Instagram, to be continued. Vic, hit me on my DMs. I'll hit you. I'll hit you in a little bit. But remind me by hitting me on the DMs. Yeah, LA, I think that's the reason, man. They won't validate me because, you know what I'm saying? But with that in mind, man, I'll chop it up with y'all in a little bit, man. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Later. YouTube, always love it. Always love it. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all showed out today. Y'all supported me by sticking around and kicking it. This is never goodbye. It's to be continued. We'll chop it up a little bit later.